Hello church, we're Steve and Ruth Bentley and we've been coming to Canterbury Gardens Community Church since 1991 when our three girls were quite young. As I said, we have three girls. They are Carolyn, Sharon and Michelle. They are all currently married, which is great. Carolyn is married to Andrew Bohr and they have three delightful children and they attend our church. We have Sharon, who's married to her Andrew Monroe, and they have three children and they currently live in the hinterland of the Sunshine Coast. And we have Michelle and her Andrew, and they currently have two children and they live in Bayswater North, just past 5 kilometres from our house, so we can't go visit them. So we are blessed with 3 girls and 8 beautiful grandchildren and 3 Andrews as sons-in-law. We've been also very blessed to be able to travel overseas and within Australia. And we have particularly enjoyed being able to go and visit the missionaries associated with our church in situ, where they live, to see the struggles and the joys and the triumphs of their life in situation. But you know what? Life doesn't always be rosy. Life is not always rosy. There are some very difficult times, and we have had those. In the year 2005, Steve was diagnosed with cancer for the second time. This time it was a mystery, and I clearly remember him being in hospital on his 53rd birthday, and the 3 girls and I were there with a cake trying to be all jolly and happy for the birthday, and the medico came in and he said, well, I'll have to get Steve sorted so he can get back to his family. And we thought, yes you do, that would be fantastic. But you know what, God had it sorted, and it's a wonderful story that we get to share with people when we go out and don't know people very well and want to share a testimony. It's a great testimony to God's faithfulness to our family.
Yes, God certainly has blessed us, and even through the challenging times that Ruth just explained about the cancer, yet we can certainly acknowledge God's goodness to us. He says, "For to me, to live is Christ and to die is gain. If I am to go on living in the body, this will be fruitful labour for me. Yet what shall I choose? I do not know. I am torn between the two. I desire to depart and be with Christ, which is better by far." And so he goes on. Adopting the eternal perspective on life that Paul describes can be both reassuring and challenging. It can be reassuring to know that regardless of what comes our way, whether it's from our perspective good or bad, we have an even better life to look forward to. It can be challenging in terms of how we can make good our time for God's kingdom here on earth while we are here. I acknowledge how challenging it is to adopt Paul's attitude for life, but I think that it will be very revolutionary if we can but take on that attitude and have the faith to develop that type of attitude. So, as that verse says, "For to me, to live is Christ and to die is gain. If I am to go on living in the body, this will mean fruitful labour for me." Let us encourage one another to adopt this eternal perspective on life. Thanks, church.